welcome to the latest edition of Parliament This Week, your weekly roundup of all important developments in Parliament. I'm Kriti Mishra, and normally we report this from the Parliament House complex, but in this era of social distancing, we're reporting from our respective homes. So first, let's talk about Mission Connect, launched by Chairman of Rajya Sabha, M. Venkaiah Naidu. A unique engagement effort during corona-induced confinement. Rajya Sabha Chairman and Vice President of India, M. Venkaiah Naidu, reached out to almost all members of the upper house, former presidents of India and also prime ministers, present and former chief justices of India, governors and chief ministers of most of the states, leaders of various political parties and media persons as well. Chairman Naidu called this effort as Mission Connect during the confinement, inquiring about the safety of those leaders and also of their kith and kin, their assessment of the corona situation on ground in respective areas, and the mode of their engagement and activities since the imposition of nationwide lockdown on March 25th. Of the 245 members of Rajya Sabha, Chairman Naidu spoke to 241 members of the upper house, including those retired and re-elected recently. Some of them, like the leaders of various parties in the house, were reached out over phone more than once. 4 others in remote areas could not be reached despite several attempts. He also spoke to former presidents Pranab Mukherjee and Pratibha Patil and former prime ministers Dr. Manmohan Singh and also H.D. Deve Gowda. Further, to his 2 interactions with the governors twice during the video conferences taken by the President of India, Chairman Naidu again spoke to several governors. Later, besides some chief ministers inquiring about the COVID-19 situation in respective states. Chairman of Rajya Sabha also reached out to Chief Justice of India, Justice S.A. Bobde, former Chief Justices, Justice Deepak Mishra and Justice Ranjan Gogoi, who is now a member of the upper house. Some members of Rajya Sabha inquired about the next session of Parliament, to which Chairman Naidu said that it depends on the situation on the ground. He further said that with the intensive virus containment efforts being mounted across the country, and results showing on the ground, one may hope for normal schedule. Chairman Naidu was glad to be informed that the members of the Rajya Sabha and other leaders are happy to be with the people in respective areas during the hour of adversity and partnering with local governments in addressing various issues from time to time. Many of them are actively associated with distribution of items of consumption in association with local governments, NGOs and also philanthropists. The feedback in particular highlighted the amazing cooperation of the people in the implementation of the lockdown. Some members flagged the issues of migrant workforce and the efforts being made on the ground to reach them necessary relief and support. Members of Rajya Sabha spoken to by Chairman Venkaiah Naidu include Leader of the House Thawarchand Gehlot, Leader of the Opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad, Union Ministers who are members of the upper house, J.P. Nadda from BJP, Sharad Pawar of NC, Anand Sharma, Digvijay Singh, A.K. Antony and P.C. Chidambaram of the Congress Party, Ram Gopal Yadav of SP, Satish Chandra Mishra of BSP, Sukhendu Shekhar Roy of TMC, Prasanna Acharya of BJD, P.C. Gupta of RJD, Sanjay Raut of Shiv Sena, Navneet Krishnan of AIADMK, Tiruchi Siva of DMK, Vaiko of MDMK, Naresh Gujral of SAD, Birendra Prasad Besha of AGP, Dr. K. Keshav Rao of TRS, Vijay Sai Reddy of YSRCP, K. Ravindra Kumar of TDP, Elaram Karim of CPM, Binoy Viswam of CPI, Mohammad Fayaz of JNK PDP, Abdul Wahab of IUML and Hishe Lachungpa of SDF. Nominated members of Rajya Sabha including Ranjan Gogoi and Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, Swapan Das Gupta, Sonal Man Singh and Mary Kom were also reached out by Chairman Naidu. Media persons, including those who are regularly writing and reporting on corona-related issues, have also been spoken to by Chairman of Rajya Sabha, M. Venkaiah Naidu. Under this Mission Connect, Chairman Naidu also spoke to political leaders, including Mallikarjun Kharge and Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary of the Congress, N. Chandrababu Naidu of the TDP, Sitaram Yechuri of CPM, D. Raja of CPI. And now, let's move on. Sanjay Kothari was sworn in by President Ramnath Kovind at a ceremony attended by Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu and also Prime Minister Narendra Modi, among others, at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. He later assumed the charge as the chief of the Central Vigilance Commission. Take a look.
सीधे दृश्य आप देख रहे हैं राष्ट्रपति भवन से, जहां पर सीवीसी शपथ ग्रहण करेंगे। सीधे दृश्य राष्ट्रपति भवन से।
माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय, आपकी अनुमति हो तो कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ किया जाए। केंद्रीय सतर्कता आयुक्त श्री संजय कोठारी।
मैं संजय कोठारी,
जो केंद्रीय सतर्कता आयोग का केंद्रीय सतर्कता आयुक्त नियुक्त हुआ हूँ,
जो केंद्रीय सतर्कता आयोग का केंद्रीय सतर्कता आयुक्त नियुक्त हुआ हूँ,
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ
कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति
संविधान के प्रति
सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा तथा मैं सम्यक प्रकार से और श्रद्धा पूर्वक तथा अपनी पूरी योग्यता, ज्ञान और विवेक से अपने पद के कर्तव्यों का भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना पालन करूंगा तथा मैं संविधान और विधियों की मर्यादा बनाए रखूंगा।
राष्ट्रपति महोदय, माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय, आपकी अनुमति हो तो समारोह का समापन किया जाए।
And moving on, President, Vice President and Prime Minister greeted the people of Gujarat and Maharashtra on their statehood day. President Ramnath Kovind hoped that Gujarat continues its uninterrupted progress in the years to come. He also hoped that Maharashtra continues to prosper and remain safe. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said that Gujarat has been the birthplace of great leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who shaped the nation's destiny. He said Gujarati people are well known for their spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation across India and the world. Mr. Naidu hoped that the state continues to prosper and touch new heights of glory. The Vice President also said that Maharashtra has played an important role in national development. He extended his best wishes for progress and prosperity of the state and well-being of its people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said both Gujarat and Maharashtra have contributed to the development of the country. He said people of Gujarat have made special contributions in many fields and it has touched new peaks of achievements. Prime Minister Modi also said that India is proud of Maharashtra's significant contribution to the country's development and prayed for the progress and prosperity of the state. Maharashtra and Gujarat were formed after the enactment of the Bombay Reorganization Act of 1960. Viewers, that's all I have for you in this edition of Parliament This Week. Take care and stay safe.